Welcome to EMH Training. This training has been tailored specifically for the OSAN Unaccompanied Housing Office. EMH Training will be broken up into two parts. This is part 1 and it will cover 1. Logging into EMH. 2. Adding residents into EMH. 3. Finding a bed. 4. The check-in form. 5. Locating a dorm room. 6. Adding or updating a room's PIN code. 7. Blocking a room. 8. Unblocking a room. 9. Adding a unit identification code, UIC, to a room. 10. Adding a gender to a room. Part 2 can be found in the EMH Training folder. Part 2 of EMH Training will cover 11. Reports. 12. Standard reports. 13. Vacant beds. 14. Occupant lists. 15. Expected departures. 16. Summary statistics. 17. Occupancy rate by building. 18. Furniture requests. 19. Scheduling an inspection. 20. Checking a resident out of EMH. To get to the EMH website, click on the provided hyperlink or type in web address into your internet browser. Then select any certificate and click OK. Once you reach the page shown here, click here to continue to log into EMH. Click Home. In this section, we will cover how to add a resident into EMH. To add a resident into EMH, click on Person in the top left corner. You can see that there are a lot of fields, but do not fill in any of them. Just click on New Person. There are two ways to add a resident into EMH. You can manually type the information in the fields or you can click Import by SSN, which will allow you to pull most of the information from DIRS. For this training, we will import by SSN. Type in the resident's social security number and last name, then click Search. This will search DIRS and pull up most of the resident's information. As stated previously, most of the fields will be filled by DIRS, but there are some fields that will still require you to manually complete. The highlighted areas are required fields that have to be completed due to them being required by EMH or is required information for OSAN unaccompanied housing. Personnel type. Select permanent party from drop-down menu. Gender. Select appropriate gender. Birth date. Select the resident's correct date of birth. Assignment type. Select Priority 1, Key and Essential from the drop-down menu. Date of rank. Select the resident's correct date of rank. DIROS. Select the last day of the resident's DIROS month. UIC. Click on the magnifying glass to select the UIC for the resident. See next slide for more details on the UIC. Here you can either type in the UIC code that is found on the resident's PCS orders in Block 9 or you can type in the squadron that the resident is joining. Select the check mark on the right to select the resident's squadron. Click Save to save the information within EMH. Click on Find Beds to locate a dorm room for the resident. Now that you have entered all of the resident's information into EMH, it is time to find them a dorm to live in. Click on the Find Beds tab to locate a dorm room for the resident. See Find a Bed section to learn how to locate a bed. Note, this page can be accessed by clicking on the name of any resident. To locate a dorm room for a resident, you first have to select the building that the resident will be staying in from the building drop-down menu. Then you will have to select the floor that the dorm room is located on from the floor drop-down menu. Lastly, you will have to select the dorm room by selecting the A room from the unit drop-down menu. Once you have selected the dorm room, Click Search to see if the dorm room is available. Note, if a room does not appear, this means that the room is occupied by a resident already. Locate another room for the resident. Once you have located a dorm room, you will have to print out the check-in form to provide to the resident. To access the check-in form, click on Check-in Form. Note, this page can be accessed by clicking on the account number of any resident. Confirm that all the information on this form is correct. Save the file as a PDF so that you may modify it later. This section will cover how to locate a dorm room. One would search for a dorm room when one would want to add or update the PIN number, block a room, unblock a room, add a UIC code to a room, or add a gender to a room. These topics will be covered in preceding slides. Click Property to find dorm rooms. You will have to first locate the campus that the dorm room is located in. You can do this by click the ID of the campus that you want. Now, click on the building that the room is located in. Now, click on the floor that the room is located on. Now, click on the unit that you are looking for. Finally, click on the room that you are looking for. Note, do not click on bath, only click on private bedroom. This section will cover how to add or update the room PIN for a dorm room. A PIN number will be updated W. A PIN number would be added to EMH if there is not one currently assigned to a room. A PIN number would be updated within EMH once the PIN has been changed on the physical door. Note, do not delay in updating EMH with the new PIN number once the physical door's PIN number has been changed. Once you have located the room that you want to update, click on the Amenities tab, then click the notepad icon to edit the key code, PIN number. After you have updated the PIN number, click on the check mark to save the change. This section will cover how to block a dorm room. A room is blocked when it has been determined that it is unlivable. Unlivable conditions are described as having a broken shower, broken heat, winter only, excessive mold, electricity not working, excessive noise from the HVAC or the CPS, high amounts of carbon dioxide in air, tested by Bioenvironmental. Livable condition are described as having a running toilet, broken AC, small amounts of the mold, broken lights, leaks, plumbing. After locating the room you want to block, click the checkbox next to the room you want to block, then click the drop-down menu and select Block. Lastly, click the Go button. Now, select the event type, Block, from the drop-down menu. You will notice that there are a few options to choose from, but you will only select Major Rehab Start, or Minor Repair Start. Now, select the reason for block from the drop-down menu. Be sure to use whichever reason best fits your situation. Then, write a detailed description of the issue in the comments field. Be sure to include the CE work order number as well. Lastly, select the scheduled end date, and click Save to complete the blocking of the room. Note, 180 days is the maximum amount that you can select. Also, you will not know when the work order will be completed, so use your best guess of completion. Ensure you periodically check on your open work orders. This section will cover how to unblock a dorm room. A room is unlocked once the work order that blocked it has been completed. Click Property to find dorm rooms. You will have to first locate the campus that the dorm room is located in. You can do this by click the ID of the campus that you want. Now, click on the building that the room is located in. Now, click on the floor that the room is located on. Now, click on the unit that you are looking for. Finally, click on the room that you are looking for. Note, do not click on bath, only click on private bedroom. First click the checkbox for the bed. Lastly click End Event. First, you will have to select a reason for the unblock from the drop-down menu, then you will provide a description of why the room is being unblocked in the comment section. Lastly, click Save to complete the process. Note, use the closest reason for unblocking that represents the actual reason. This section will cover how to add a unit identification code, UIC, to a room. Adding a UIC to a room will help in maintaining dorm integrity. It will ensure that only residents that have that UIC will reside in that dorm room. After locating the room you want to designate, click the checkbox next to the room. Then select Designate UIC from the drop-down menu, and lastly click the Go button. Click on the magnifying glass icon to search for the proper UIC. Type in the UIC or the squadron that you want to assign to the room, then click the check mark to select the unit and save the change within EMH. This section will cover how to unblock a dorm room. Gender is assigned to a dorm room when multiple dorm rooms share common areas, such as bathrooms and kitchens. When rooms share these types of common areas, every room has to have the same gender type assigned to them. If your building has multiple rooms sharing a common area, ensure that the genders are set correctly for the rooms. Click Property to find dorm rooms. You will have to first locate the campus that the dorm room is located in. You can do this by click the ID of the campus that you want. Now, click on the building that the room is located in. Now, click on the floor that the room is located on. Now, click on the unit that you are looking for. After locating the room you want to assign a gender to, click the checkbox next to the room, then click the drop-down menu and select Designate Gender. Lastly click the Go button. Select the gender that you want for that room, then click Save to save the change within EMH. Note, if you have rooms that share common areas, that is bathroom, kitchen, ensure that all rooms have the same gender assigned to them. This concludes Part 1 of EMH Training. Please continue with Part 2 of EMH Training.